Running down there and slippery, and it's hot, and there's bugs. We're pushing and we're shoving to get the car out of the ditch. The whole time the Republicans are standing up there, comfortable, sipping on a Slurpee, watching us. You got to push harder. We're not pushing the right way. Well, we keep on at it. Every once in a while we ask them to come down and help. They say no, we're not going to help. Fine. We get this car back on level ground. It's a little dented. It's got a few holes in the fender. But we're finally moving in the right direction. Suddenly we get a tap on the shoulder. And they say, excuse me, we want the keys back. You can't have the keys back. You want to drive and you want to go forward, what do? You put the car in what? You go backwards, what do? They have told us exactly what they would do if we give them the keys back. Credit card companies, they'll be able to jack up the rates without reason. Insurance companies can deny you coverage because you're sick. They want to stand by and do nothing when states are forced to lay off teachers or firefighters or cops. According to the Republican leader of the House, those are just, quote, government jobs. And presumably aren't overseas. They want to give more tax breaks to companies that ship jobs overseas. And they want to borrow $700 billion. $700 billion that we don't have. To give a tax break that is worth, on average, $100,000 to every millionaire and billionaire in America. Now, these are the folks who are lecturing us on fiscal responsibility. Same folks who refused to pay for 2 wars, 2 tax cuts for the wealthy, left me a $1.3 trillion deficit, all wrapped up in a bow when I walked into the Oval Office. Now they want to spend another $700 billion. That 98% of Americans will never see. I believe we need a serious plan to reduce our deficit. That's why I've already proposed a 3-year freeze on all discretionary spending outside national security. That's why we've already identified $300 billion worth of tax loopholes that aren't serving our economy well, that can be closed. A couple $100 billion worth of cuts that we can make in programs that aren't working anymore. That's why we launched a bipartisan fiscal commission to come up with real solutions to reduce our long-term deficits. But these folks aren't serious about the deficits. Not if they want to spend another $100 billion without paying for it. To give tax breaks to folks who don't need it and weren't even asking for it. That's their agenda. That's what they're offering the American people. A future that looks like a recent past that did not work for you. One where special interests got reign to play by their own rules and where middle-class families were left to fend for themselves. Philadelphia, that's just not a future I accept for the United States of America. I want you to consider this. This is worth thinking about. Right now,